ಜೊತೆ ದುರ್ಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿಡೋದೇ
Meet people who are having issues and various other ailments which is connected to the brain and the head. So the demand and the need for such facilities is huge, no doubt about it. As living is, we all know, is on the rise, increasing. Especially younger people are facing. I'm sure Dr. Ajit Bide is here, so he will know more about the exact details of how things are happening on the ground. But a lot of young people also are going through a lot of stresses and emotional upheavals and so many problems which are connected to the way we lead our lives, the competitiveness that exists, and the need to do well and to achieve. So there is there are many people who have got the wherewithal to overcome and to face challenges and make it through and come out without being come out unscathed basically. But there are many who also get into so many issues and are affected by it. And that is one of the that we see a lot happening.
It's psychiatric hospital. But I believe this Sukoon was the brainchild of Salim, and I think he's done a marvelous job in the UK. I was stunned to hear the numbers that were catered to across the UK and over the years. And that project has now come to India. Congratulations to the entire Sukoon team, starting with Salim to Satish and everybody over here, because it's tremendous. It's much less now than when I started out in the field 40 plus years ago, but it remains. Part of the city is really remarkable. You all the best for that. The ratio of mental health professionals to our population is remarkably low. So what does the government do? I'm not giving Karnataka government, the government in general. We increase the number of postgraduate seats. But what do we have? We have well-qualified youngsters now moving abroad. There are more psychiatrists of Indian origin abroad than there are in India. And this ratio, the skewed ratio that obtains today, is about a decade old. Nothing has been done to change that. I urge the government to have more jobs available to psychiatrists who are very willing to serve in this country.
From mental health conditions, not just to the patients, but their caretakers, for their families, and the community at large. And we're going to do that in a way that it should be done. Ideally, in a comprehensive psychiatric hospital, we should have a very holistic care program delivered by experts of multidisciplinary and delivered in a very confidential manner and also without compromising on the dignity of the person who is ill. And actually, because the very nature of mental illness is such that it can be quite chronic, quite enduring in nature, quite disabling as well, and at times does pose a lot of risks to the person suffering and also to the families. And there will be a lot of crisis situations in the family because they're suffering from something chronic, mental illnesses, and at the same time, a lot of functional impairment as well for the families and the person suffering and all that. So at Sukoon, we want to achieve all that in the way it should be done in a state-of-the-art environment like this. When people can't reach out to us, we want over the next course of period, we want to come up with initiatives where we want to deliver programs where we reach out to people who are mentally ill and who may be having that taboo to reach out to psychiatrists.